But yeah, Jacob Vrana moved. The St. Louis Blues acquired him for a minor leaguer and a 7th-round pick. And
did we retain salary?
They did. And here's kind of the deal with it is that was the only way you were going to be able to get something for him. Because I saw some people, and I do want to get in that discussion, that pseudo-discussion we had on Twitter yesterday with fans that were upset about the Bertuzzi trade. I want to revisit that, but I feel we have to do the Vrana thing first.
Here's a great opportunity, because I don't think we really delved into it, and you weren't here, right? Is Larkin re-signing? You can touch on that. The steal for Hronek, which is one of those too good to be true deals that you know, when something comes across your general manager's desk that maybe he wasn't expecting, but he has to have the fortitude to be able to pull the trigger in what he's planning on. Obviously, the Bertuzzi, it makes more sense talking about when his agent, Steve Yzerman, hasn't talked since December. So, you know, it's a tool that he has. And then with the Vrana, and you know what? You're not going to hit on everything, and it's more or less cutting your losses. Don't you like that, Neil? Instead of what was the thing you bitch and moan about Kenny Holland? Is hanging on to guys or the bad contracts or whatever, but just the air running out of the tire, but seeping slow. Steve Yzerman, dude, that tire's off. We're moving on. And you know what? If you want to look at it to all, and I'm going to be calm. I got a big weekend ahead of me. I don't need to get all fired up or whatever, but I'm here more like, guys, it's not the time. If you're going to listen all the time of what's being built, all you have to ask, the only question that needs to be asked, do you think that this team is better today than they were yesterday before all these deals? And you have to have moving forward, looking ahead, right? Yes, it would have been awesome if Vrana worked out. He was supposed to be that guy. But you know what? There's another guy out there, and what you've done in weaponizing, and I think that, Neil, I need your clarification. I want you to explain to people, because you're the draft capital salary cap guy. Of the options Steve Yzerman has just opened up, not with your Austin Matthews, here's all the money in the salary, but this year, maybe at the draft day or in the summer, to go after a restricted free agent, because you have all this capital to be able to say, hey, I'll take that guy and I'll give you these 5 picks, which you've accumulated before. We've seen him do something like that at on the draft day with the goaltenders in the past years, in Nedeljkovic and Husso, with 3rd rounders. So I think he's planning something. I don't know what it is. I'll sniff around, but guys, now's not the time to question, just because I know that there's some of our favorite players and maybe some of the guys we talk about being part of the solution.
Right.
But now, moving forward, you're actually in such better shape. And the biggest move is locking your captain up. Nailed it.
So as far as it goes, and look, here's the Vrana thing. My understanding of it financially is retaining half the salary was the only way he was movable to get anything. And here's where it is kind of brilliant. And I saw this going around on Twitter where some people were saying, boy, the Wings fans, Steve Yzerman's almost got like a cult working where any move he makes is universally lauded. It sounded like Sam Flannel being a legend killer. I thought it was like a Sam Flannel burner account or something.
Did you see the TikTok that the heavyweights did on Steve Yzerman making a call? If you haven't,
no, I got to check that one out.
You check out the Woodward Sports TikTok or whatever. It is exactly Spenny. You and Easy nailed it as far as what happens when other GMs see the 313 on the phone.
Yeah. I will have to give that one. I will have to give that one a look. But here was the genius with the Vrana thing, right? Because it's chicken-ish, right? There's no but he tried to make whatever chicken salad he could out of it. He retains half the salary next year. He gets a commodity for it. But guess what, guys? It was over for him here, and they were going to have to buy him out. So if anything, they saved some money, and they got something. You see what I'm saying? Like, he was able to finagle that out of. It's like the Joe Dumars Mateen Cleaves thing when he drafted Mateen Cleaves. He made
something out of nothing.
Yeah.
And what separates great GMs is being able to use, no matter what, even in decisions that they don't. What he did is he cut his losses, right? It's like gambling, right? If he's got $5 million, right, and he goes into the casino and he's playing poker, but he's lost $2.5 million. He's still got $2.5 million to walk away from the table with, right? Which $2.5 million, Neil? That's what did you just sign? Oli Mata for that? Like, that's a player, right? So just this little move here, that's why he can weaponize his salary cap so well. Yeah. And there's only a few general managers, I believe, that do it properly like he does.
Ryan's reaction on the WoodwardSports.com chat thread: if Steve Yzerman punched me, I'd wonder what I did wrong. And so, like, there is an angle.
Thank you, Ryan.
That.
Yes, you're getting it.
Sebastian Chose says, I'm fine with what Stevie's doing. We're not as good as we thought. We're not as good as we thought. We were a little above mid, and we're not ready yet. And, you know, it's fine. He was able to squeeze something out of it for something that he was going to lose anyway. Because my understanding of it, from the people that know, and the things that I read, and I don't see the game the way that D-Mac sees it. Here's my issue, D-Mac. When I watch sports, even on TV, I watch him like a play-by-play guy, where I'm watching the puck the entire time, or watching the ball. It's what I'm trained to do. It's how I watch it. I go to you with this. Here's the book on Vrana from what I understood it to be. If the puck wasn't in his possession, ... Well, there were issues.
Yeah, there's more this game, and when you're trying to, like, there's skill is one part of the game, and offense, and I get it, and the tough part is because he was arguably one of your most talented guys, but it's a 200-foot game, and that's how you're gonna have to play.
I got that video.
Right. So if you don't do the things well behind it, and side note too, thank you, Councilman. I did call it. Look at that St. Louis trade.
Yeah.
There was gonna be something made there, but and to that point, right, where you look at Zadina, his contract, right, makes it playable where he is, but the big on him is that his effort all over the ice surface and his play away from the puck has improved and has improved and has improved, and that's what you want with Vrana. No, it's sort of you get one or the other, all or nothing. It's great on the score sheet, but at the end of the day, doesn't fit the system. You see different guys fit the system. So and he didn't. And Steve Yzerman will cut his losses if you're either in or you're in the way. And we saw that with Bertuzzi. So it's just the way that it operates. At the end of the day, guys, I sit here and I'm going to say it till I'm blue in the face. Hashtag why is it playing 1919?
So we have the video right now, the heavyweights video.
Yeah, I grabbed it.
I'm curious. I haven't seen it yet, so I'm curious to see this. Hey, do this for me.
This is probably verbatim the way it goes down.
All right, run that for me.
All right, live reenactment of a GM answering a call from Steve Yzerman. 313. Oh, what do I do? I gotta answer it, right? I gotta answer it. I cannot answer it, but it's. Hello?
It's the captain.
Oh, hi, Mr. Yzerman. Hi.
How's it going?
It's pretty good. I got a lot of draft picks here. Got a good team going. Why is
First and a fourth.
First and a fourth.
Ronick, 33 points. 33 points.
We don't really need to.
First and a fourth. First and a fourth. Deal. We got a deal. Hey, thank you.
What?
Appreciate you. You have a good day. All right.
All right. What did he do? I gave him a first and a second. What do you mean first and a second? I gave him a first and a second. What do you want me to do? He's f***ing Steve Yzerman. The man doesn't miss. Doesn't miss.
I love it, Spenmo. That's about
you must have dropped
accurate.
your camera when you're having bourbons with Steve into like the office of another GM, because that's pretty much how it goes.
Oh man, that was pretty good, Spenmo.
Thank you.
CJ Schneider says Vrana had a large salary and wasn't performing. Do you all think he's valuable? And CJ, that's the point I go back to, and everyone missed this for some reason. He was on waivers. You could have had him for free, and nobody wanted him. Period. End of story. He got something and didn't have to pay the entire contract. That's a win. I know, like. And look, it's a win in absolute.
Here's a great caveat to hold on to, Neil, to free agency season. When we sign that free agent for $1.5 million to $2.5 million, and then you can say, remember the money you saved for Vrana? Well, here's your guy, right? So people can see in context that the value, the currency, the draft capital, whatever, it actually means something. So when they see a return, right, a visual return of somebody's going to help them, in the lineup of why this was so important. Because think about it. It's like collecting your change, throwing your change, right? It adds up. It adds up. It adds up. You be able to do this 2 or 3 times by cutting your losses. You're saving yourself $3, $4, $5 million in the NHL. That's huge.
No, and it is. It's a big clip. There's no doubt about it. So the Red Wings do make that move. And Adiz411 says, Mateen was drafted by the Pistons. I forgot about that. Yeah, and Joe Dumar's got a draft pick and John Barry for Mateen Cleaves. Never forget. That trade should go to the Hall of Fame. Sam Flannel.
Oh, yeah. I mean, Mateen Cleaves was one of the worst NBA players ever. And John Barry, not bad. Anything for Mateen Cleaves is a miracle.